Morning guys, Tiger here. And no, I'm not gonna let you look at me much today. We're on the road going up to Mom and Dad's. Stopped at Bojangles to get some breakfast. And we're on our way. So I'll let you guys kind of see the journey instead of having to look at me. But in our journey, right now we're in Walkertown. You see where they're doing all this road work, widening the roads and adding lanes and all kinds of goodies. Anywho, let's talk history today. How about history? There are a lot of states, plus our federal government, that's trying to erase history, change history, tell what professors can teach in colleges and schools as far as history goes. And they want them to lie or just not tell them anything. And we can't let them do that. History is history, and people need to know history. They need to know the good, the bad, and the ugly, because history is history. And by learning history, studying history, we learn from our mistakes. As the old saying goes, you're bound to repeat history if you don't know history. So we've had professors and students going to court in different states, mainly Florida. Let's just put it out there. Fighting against the state government, because the state government's trying to tell them what they can and can't teach, and that's not right. And as far as I know, they actually, the professor and students actually won the case, because you can't suppress history. And the only time you should rewrite history is when new facts proven by archaeological digs, research, documents that turn up by people digging through things and looking for the truth about things. That's the only time history should ever be rewritten. It's just like I've said before, Columbus didn't discover America. We know the indigenous people had been here for over 10,000-ish years, and we know that the Vikings had been here. We know that peoples from what we label Asian type countries had been here. And Columbus never even set foot on South American or North American soil. He just stopped on one of the islands. So we know all that to be fact at this point. So we also know more and more about the history of mankind or humankind from archaeological digs and studies. They found skeletons of ancient peoples. They found skeletons of ancient animals. We have proof that giant animals lived on this planet. We have proof that there was different periods and different types of these animals throughout history living on this planet. We know there's been tropical seasons that covered most of this planet. We know this planet went through an ice age. We know that the continents have moved and shifted, and honestly they're constantly moving and shifting. But all this is history. It's fact. So, excuse me while I eat, but I am hungry. We know that we're constantly discovering new life, new species of animals, new species in the oceans, in the lakes. So these new discoveries, that's how we add to or adjust what has been written down as history to make it factual. And we know that throughout history, people have owned other people, what we call slaves. That's written in oral history throughout the thousands of years. We know there have been wars and wars and wars fought between peoples throughout history over many different things, be it territory, be it food, be it religion, be it freedom of peoples. War is war. And you would think in modern times, after learning all of this history, that there wouldn't be any wars. Although sadly, we're still fighting with each other. But the big thing is not covering it up, not hiding the truth, the facts as are known. Our children, as more generations are born, need to know history. Thank you. So, yay, here we are. I'm sorry my thing's not riding very good today. So we need to push for our teachers, our professors, to be able to teach all of history. We need our libraries, our bookstores, all of that, to be able to sell books that can tell us about all these things. For those people who like to read, because I'm not crazy about it, but you know, we need people to continue to read. We need people to continue to write books. Oh, this thing's going to be aggravating today. Whoa, sorry guys. It's just bumpy and we're just going to have to live with it. Try not to run over people. But, don't let our current government try to hide or erase history. So that's my take on history and what's going on today. And we're going into Winston-Salem, so we're going to concentrate at this point on our driving because it gets a little hairy going through here. And read. Take time to really research stuff from multiple sources. And teach children reality of history and the reality of what's going on today. Just know, guys, that I love you. God loves you. And we'll see you in the next video. Tiger out.